Hi, I'm Jeremy Atkins, broadcast announcer with Home Team Sports TV, sales consultant here at O'Beckett Motors. Make a fast break to 838 East Moeller Avenue in Martinsburg. Come see me for a slam dunk of a deal.
Helping families is my passion. It's what I love to do. Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us on our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than R&L Landscapes. We understand that your outdoor space is more than just a yard. It's a place where memories are made with loved ones and where you find peace and tranquility. Our team of professionals will work closely with you to bring your vision to life. From expert design and installation to meticulous maintenance, we are committed to delivering breathtaking results that will make your neighbors green with envy. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we guarantee exceptional craftsmanship that will withstand the test of time. Contact R&L Landscapes today and let us turn your dreams into reality.
Smith Native Bush Insurance has served the Eastern Panhandle since 1869, a family-owned business with locations in Martinsburg on South Queen Street and Charlestown on South George Street. We are able to serve all your insurance needs. Being an independent agency, if we can't do it, nobody can. Call us today for affordable insurance.
Here at the barn, we have been making dreams come true since 1972, where we help women feel their most beautiful for any occasion, from pageant, homecoming, and prom gowns to walking down the aisle in the perfect wedding gown alongside their bridesmaid and their family. Stop by to meet your stylist today to find an affordable gown, and we do offer layaway.
Hey, Home Team Sports fans. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We tried to get Patrick Mahomes and Jake here. They're a little bit busy, so you're stuck with Jared from State Farm in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We are thrilled to partner with Home Team Sports to bring you area high school football this fall and to continue to support our area student athletes. Thanks for letting us be a part of this. Your needs guide us. Your goals drive us. Jared Ferguson, State Farm.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
Juwan is the ultimate hype guy. I love him. He's always positive. He's always pepping them up and firing them up.
Come on, Parker, work, Parker, work, Parker, work, 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 work.
And good evening, folks, and welcome to Jefferson High School for this EPAC matchup between the Jefferson Cougars and the Musselman Applemen. I am your host, J.D. Fritz, and I'm here with our special guest host tonight, Chris Anders, WVSSAC official. Welcome, Chris. Nice to have you.
Thanks, JD. Thanks for having me. I've wanted to do this a long time, and I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, so we got Jefferson Cougars come in the game tonight, 10-1, number 3 in the 4A state of West Virginia. Musselman comes in with a 7-2 record and number 9 overall in 4A in the state of West Virginia. Jefferson coming off a big win over Millbrook this past week. And the tip goes to Jefferson. Controlled there by Demarius Wallace. Puts up a shot and he's off. The ball stay here with the Cougars. Inbound to Shively. Out to Wallace. So still without, the Cougars are still without Jamari Jenkins and Kylan Johnson tonight. They're hoping that they'll see some action on Friday against Washington as Wallace takes a three. He's off. Big rebound there by Wilberger, and he's fouled. So Jared will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, like you mentioned, JD, without Kylan and Maury, scoring definitely has to rely a little bit more on Gladney. And it'd be key to see him step up and make some shots early. I know from officiating this kid for the past 6 or 7 years, he can really fill it up.
Yeah, the last several games he's really picked up that scoring drought that in place of Jenkins and Johnson, and he can really light it up once he starts knocking down some threes. So Cougars take the early lead 2-0 on Wilberger's free throws. Nice layup there by Logan Shelton, number 10, for the Applemen. I'm sorry, that was McLean there on the layup. So Wallace controls here for the Cougars. Wallace getting the start in place of Kylan Johnson, along with Tayshawn Roper. Roper drives to the basket. He kicks out to Wallace. Wallace drives. His layup's no good, but he's fouled. So a couple fouls early here on the Applemen.
Oh, and that's 2 on Troy. That's going to be huge for Musselman for sure. He really controls the post down there for Musselman.
Yeah, he's Musselman's big guy, and they don't want to see him in early foul trouble. He's probably going to have to come out here and probably sit at least the rest of this quarter. Well, Wallace is good on his first.
And we're bringing in Santa Maria, 6'6" sophomore.
Yeah, he gave him great. He double rostered last year. Gave him some pretty solid minutes off the bench as a freshman last year. As Wallace makes good on his second. Cougars take a 4-2 lead. Pressure by the Cougars, takes the ball away. Gladney's going to be looking for his first shot. Guarded by the real long Santa Maria out there. Switch back. Gladney's off on his first three. Wilberger trying to battle for the rebound. Controlled there by the Appleman. Number 1, Colton Shelton. Good ball movement there by the Appleman down low. Back to Santa Maria for the layup. Nice ball action there from the Appleman as they find Santa Maria. Ties this game up at 4.
That's their typical, even from their freshman to JV all the way up to varsity, their ball movement is always incredible. Coaches do a really, really nice job with that.
Shively trying to find his shot, can't get it, gets the ball back. Wallace for 3. He knocks it down for the Cougars. Wallace with a quick 5 for the Cougars to take a 7-4 lead with 5:33 left to go in the first period. Cougars pressuring the ball. Appleman break the press. Down low to number 33. Can't get it to go. That's Mahood. Gladney will bring it up for the Cougars. Wallace for another three. Pulls up and knocks another down. And Wallace is hot.
That was a nice in-rhythm three.
Wallace has really given them some quality minutes in a starting role for Kylan Johnson. Averaging about 6 points a game for Wallace since taking over as a starter. Nice move there in the lane by Shelton. The Cougars lead 10-6. Gladney with the ball in the wing. Driving to the hoop. Going to set it back up. Shively over to Wallace. Wilberger with it. Shively pulling up for threes off the mark. Shively will knock those down occasionally. You can't leave Wyatt open too many times. Down low to Santa Maria. He's blocked.
Great defense by Wyatt. Came over on the weak side for help.
And you know, Wyatt, for a big man, he's not a true big man. He's about 6'1", 6'2". You know, he definitely defends really well in the paint.
What we notice is just his body control is unbelievable. He's so smart when he's underneath there. Like, he's just a smart basketball player.
Yeah, Wyatt usually knows where to go with the ball, when to do it.
Absolutely.
And he's been a 3-year starter now with the Cougars. So the ball goes back over to the Appleman. Number 10, Logan Shelton. Kicks it out there to Colton. Drives to the hoop. And one and a foul. Nice take there by number 10, Logan Shelton. And he will go to the line to shoot his and one. So Wilberger's got 2 fouls for the Cougars.
So both big men on each side, one for each, and in foul trouble early.
And the Cougars are also without Quentin Goings for his second game. He's out. He usually rotates in with Wilberger and Shively. So Ty Vickers comes into the game, and Wilberger will have to take a seat.
Good loose ball foul on the hood. For the rebound. Injuries are never good, but it's really good to see Wallace and Roper coming in, because that's really going to help Jefferson as they make their push for the state tournament and just get these kids more playing time, play together. It's really, really going to help them.
Absolutely. And Jefferson goes pretty deep on their bench as it is, so you're going to see probably a couple other new faces getting some playing time tonight. I know Caleb Connors come into the game and giving them good minutes, along with Takeem Drake, who's a sophomore. So getting some of these young guys, along with Adonis Troxel as well. He's back after an injury from last year. The Appleman pull within 2. Shelton with the ball. Appleman run a really good half-court offense. They do a lot of motion, moving the ball around, looking for the open man. They don't usually take too many bad shots.
Absolutely.
As there's a foul there in the act of shooting. That'll be on Vickers, I believe. That'll be his first.
It's going to send Nathan White to the line for 2.
White misses the front end of his first. So it is going to be an interesting game as it continues. You know, Musselman has probably a little bit of a size advantage as White misses his second. Is out of bounds to the Cougars. Without the 2 starters, Johnson and Jamari, and the other guys stepping up, you know, it kind of evens the playing field out a little bit more. But the Cougars, that's nothing new for them. They've pretty much all year faced bigger teams, and they've fared pretty well against, you know, longer, taller teams. Shively Wallace has it now for the Cougars. Shively trying to set the screen. Back to Shively at the top of the key. He's looking for something. Vickers has it now. He will pull it back out. That's smart. Trying to set up their offense. Just want to be patient, get off a good shot. That's the biggest thing for the Cougars. They get a lot of looks at the three. They start knocking them down. Muscle could be in trouble as Gladney pulls up, and he misses his second. Can't quite find the mark for him yet.
He just needs to see one go through the basket. That's all that kid needs.
Nice drive there. Can't quite get it to go. There for White. Wallace brings it up. He's fouled. Go to the line. I believe that foul might be on Colton Shelton. We'll wait and see.
They ended up calling that on Gavin McLean.
Oh, was it on McLean?
Speaking of the youngster, Tykeem Drake checking into the ball game for Tyshawn Roper.
Yeah, Tykeem has really given him a lot of good minutes as well these last 2 or 3 games. So without Johnson and Jamari, they play a lot of younger guys. As Vickers is blocked, his shot's blocked by Santa Maria, and it shows you that length there that Santa Maria has at 6'6". The Cougars in this full court pressure here.
Just trying to speed Musselman up a little bit, see if they can force some more turnovers.
And the near travel there is Tykeem Drake with the steal. He dribbles down, nice move, and a reverse layup by Tykeem Drake.
That kid is so smooth.
Musselman quickly up the floor, and one. There's Gavin McLean. 2 of his 4 points, and he will go to the line to shoot 1.
Fouls on Wyatt Shively. It's his first.
We don't want to get Wyatt in too much foul trouble. That's been one thing, kind of one of the keys to the game there is McLean makes his free throw, is staying out of foul trouble for the Cougars. Cougars big men have kind of been in foul trouble quite a bit as Wallace tries to drive to the hoop.
It's going to be Musselman's 5th. So with the new rule this year, doing away with the 1-and-1.
That's right. I wanted to bring that up to you since you're an official, kind of go over the rule for a lot of people that don't know, kind of get them caught up to speed with the new rule implemented with 5 fouls each quarter.
Yeah, it's actually meant to speed up the game a little bit. Before it was 6 fouls and you shoot 1-and-1 until the 10th team foul, then you shoot 2. Now they just said we're going to go to 5 fouls in every particular quarter. Fouls reset at the end of the quarter. So, it's actually sped the game up. From what I've seen, it's sped the game up a lot in the games that I've officiated. Yeah,
it seems like it's doing what they wanted it to do. Hasn't really affected anything, as far as coaching strategies too much. So it seems like overall it's been a positive change. Quickly into the game there is number 11, Justin Brown. He knocks down a 3. So ties the game up here at 14 with 40 seconds left to go in the first period. Wyatt looking to get something going as Vickers has it in the corner. Good defense there by the Appleman, and another block by Santa Maria. And he's already making his presence felt down low, giving them great minutes off the bench.
Again, you got length like that. Foul trouble with Troy. You bring a kid that's 6'6", sophomore, that's skilled like Andon is. That's a huge asset for Coach Vasile.
So the Cougars will call a timeout. That's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. But yeah, again, Chris, going back to some of the rule changes, that's pretty much we spoke a little earlier before the game. That's kind of the main one. I know we talked about another small rule change that really hasn't had too much of effect for you guys really as officials.
No, it just makes it easier. So the other rule change is there's 4 spots in the offensive zone where if there's a foul call, you take it out from the 2 spots underneath the basket opposite of each lane line, and then the layup line on either side of the court. So where before there was 8 spots, now they reduced that to 4.
Gotcha. As inbound there to Drake, he misses on the 3, rebounded by McLean. Jefferson continues the pressure. Shelton has it to Santa Maria. Justin Brown now. Justin Brown gives him a little more quickness on the floor. As you can see, he's that quicker guard for the Applemen. Ball stolen away by Gladney. He pushes the ball up, looking for a last-second 3, and he can't get it to go. And at the end of the first period, we are tied 14-14. So good first period of play, and we're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to hear a word from our sponsors. This is Home Team Sports TV. And we are back, guys, here at Jefferson High School. Jefferson Cougars taking on the Musselman Applemen. We are tied up at 14. Good, solid first quarter by both teams, trying to find their shots. And, the rest of the game should be really good, Chris.
Yeah, it's a very well played first quarter. Like we mentioned, Jaden Gladney has yet to find a bucket yet, but once he gets hot, man, for them to be tied and him not score a point, that's a huge feather in Jefferson's cap.
Yeah, Musselman controls the ball to start the second period. Justin Brown down the lane. Ball stolen away. Gladney controls it up, pushes it up, looking for his first shot, scoops it up, no good, but he's fouled. So he will go to the line to shoot a pair. But I've been pretty impressed with Demarius Wallace. He leads the Cougars in scoring right now with 10 after the first quarter. So he's really given them solid minutes in place of the injured Kylan Johnson. As Gladney hits on his first shot.
One of the players you mentioned earlier, Caleb Connors, in the game.
Connors also been pretty solid the last game or two as Gladney hits on his second. The one way to get on the floor is it's not all about scoring points, but you got to be able to defend, put pressure on the other team. If you can do that, you'll find yourself off the bench a lot sooner than later.
Beautiful move.
Nice move there by Shelton. He's got 4 now for the Applemen. Ties the game back up at 16.
Great body control. Wallace was sitting there waiting for the charge. He was able to finagle his body to move around that and make the basket.
Shively looking to get something going down low. He's double teamed there. Great defense by the Applemen. Kicks it out to Roper. Roper to Gladney with a little jump stop. Shively drives the lane. He's going to be fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Was that foul? McLean. That'll be his second foul as well. And for the Applemen, we didn't get a chance to talk too much. Some of the keys for them is with Jefferson's speed and quickness, getting the ball up and down, they need to get back in transition. And how well, I was curious at how well they could handle Jefferson's press. So far, they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, they have. And like I said, when you got the height that can set up at the backcourt, that can see over the press, it really helps break that down a lot easier.
Absolutely, Chris. As Wyatt knocks down 2 free throws there for the Cougars. Down to Santa Maria, all the way down. He's fouled. Can't quit the layup to go, but he will go to the line. So once again, Musselman just finding ways to get, past the pressure of the Cougars and using that length that we talked about before.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a perfect pass, and you got 4 or 5 inches on a kid. It just has to be in the vicinity, and he'll find it.
Santa Maria can't get the bounce to go as Caleb Connor takes a quick seat, and Vickers back into the game for Jefferson. Santa Maria off on his second shot as well. So Gladney kind of in a new position with running that point. It's not necessarily been something he's been accustomed to. He's usually more of a spot-up shooter, but he's had to take on that role with Jamari being out. So Wallace will shoot a 3, and he knocks down another one. Give Wallace 13 as he knocks down his 3rd 3 of the game, and he's been hot since the opening tip. A steal by Jefferson. Vickers, she gets swatted away.
You'd like to see him just go straight up with the ball. Just go straight up with it. Man, Wallace is
he's on fire tonight.
He's shooting the ball well.
He's really, with Gladney not really getting any shots off, not making hitting shots. Wallace has really stepped up, and that's what you need. If you're going to have an off night, you got to have another guy step up. And that's where you get good bench play as well. You got guys coming off the bench, contributing, and that's what we talked about, giving good minutes. Even though Wallace is now a starter, normally he comes off the bench, and he's always giving them solid minutes off the bench as well. And now he's even stepped up his game even more in a starting role.
Yeah, like he's more of a scoring threat that I've seen of officiating Jefferson over the years. Like, he's more of a scoring threat now than he is coming off the bench. So it's only going to help, like we mentioned earlier, it's only going to help them better down the road with him coming off the bench being a scoring threat. Now it's, you can give Mari or Kylan more of a breather, knowing that you're not going to lose any offensive output with Wallace in the game.
Definitely. And, Wallace, he kind of was double rostered last year, was on varsity for a while, wasn't getting that many minutes. They moved him down to JV to kind of just get his playing time, get the experience. And then so when he came up to varsity, he was a little more prepared, got in a few games last year, later in the games, and he definitely showed a lot of promise. And you can see why this year he's really stepped up and he's played a big role for the Cougars.
And that's what you like to see. Like, I don't want to say it's frustrating, but it's really different, like watching kids play varsity and never play.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's better off playing JV, getting those minutes, getting that experience, than he is playing varsity and never playing.
Absolutely. As Wallace pulls up for another 3, he can't get that one to go. Kicks out to Gladney. He'll spot up. He's no good on that one. Rebounded by Drake. Cougars kind of getting a little sloppy with the ball. Wallace gets it blocked away. Nice block there by White for the Appleman. As Logan Shelton slow it up a little bit. We got 2 Sheltons on the floor, so that'll get a little confusing sometime. We got Colton, number 1, and Logan, number 10.
See, Troy's back in the game for Musselman. He's got to be careful not to pick up his 3rd, because that would be big problems for them.
So they've got the 6'6" Santa Maria and 6'4" Troy Wollaston in the game. Kind of try to see if that can cause a little problems for the Cougars.
And Logan Shelton is their defensive stopper. They put him on all the toughest matchups that Musselman face, and he's man-to-man on Gladney.
And Vickers can't get it to go either from 3, and they've just kind of gone a little cold here early in this second period.
Well, as much as we mentioned the first period was well played between both teams, the second period started off quite sloppy between both of them.
Definitely. As Caleb Connor set to check back in, and he'll come back in for Vickers. So they're kind of alternating between Connors and Vickers there. Well, Musselman looks like they're trying to press up, maybe get a trap here to midcourt. Wallace with the ball, trying to get shot. Oh, that's Connor. He's got the shaved head, too. Roper pulls up for three. He's off still. Good rebound there by Connor, but they're going to call him for a push. Just trying to get position down there. Sometimes you don't even realize it. You give the guy a little shove in the back. I'm sure you've called plenty of those type of fouls.
We have, but one thing you never hear us call is over the back, because over the back there's no such violation as an over the back call.
And a lot of
just
people,
for those fans out there that always yell over the back, there's no such foul called as over the back. It's a push from behind, it's a hold, it's a grab, but it's not over the back.
Yeah, I think I've heard that a lot more lately in the last couple of years. But people still continue to hear over the back. I heard it in the JV game several times. Which, by the way, that JV game was one heck of a game.
Oh, phenomenal game.
Jet Gross for Jefferson sent it to overtime, and then both teams just battled back. So you got to give these JV guys credit, too, because these are guys you're going to see in the next couple years up on the varsity level. Gladney, a little floater in the lane, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Controlled there by White of the Appleman. And that's going to be another foul. I believe that's Connor again. That's going to be his second foul. And that's just a case there, Chris. You're in the backcourt. You're getting way too aggressive.
Way too aggressive. That far away from the basket.
You don't want the silly fouls because, like with the new rule again, they start to add up. Jefferson's already at 3 team fouls, so 2 more fouls, and the Applemen are shooting 2 shots the rest of the quarter, and we still have 4:20 to go before half. Shelton with a nice drive, can't get the layup to go. Rebound by Connor, and that's another thing you get from Connor when he's in the game. He's a pretty good rebounder. Roper nearly lost it. Wallace with it here near to the near side. Shively thought about it, kicked it out to Gladney. Connor's trapped there in the corner. Jefferson's just looking for anything. It's hard to get a shot off with all that length that Musselman has on the floor right now.
Yeah, they're closing out on every ball, every pass. They're closing out and trying to trap. Just putting Jefferson in a little bit more pressure on Jefferson, try to force the turnovers. But now they're in the same situation because that's their third foul of the half, or quarter. So with 3.5 minutes left, roughly 3.5 minutes left, there's 3 fouls on both teams.
So each team's going to have to be a little more careful, not be too over-aggressive. As Shelton tips it away and steals the ball. So Colton Shelton brings it up the floor. McLean with the drive to the hoop.
Good defense.
Good defense there by Shively. Shelton couldn't get it to go. Takeem Drake will push it up the floor. A little floater in the lane for Drake. Drake with 4 points here for the Cougars in the second period. So he continues his solid minutes off the bench. As Troy Wollaston, is he going to be fouled at a block or a charge? Looks like they're going to call a block, Chris.
Yeah, they're so hard to call because it happens so fast.
Bang, bang, exactly.
It's literally bang, bang.
And I don't think that even if they would have maybe called a charge, because when you got your big man dribbling it up, a lot of times those guys are out of control, crossing back over. I think it would have been still a good call, even if they would have called a charge.
Yep. And again, we're all the way up here in the corner of the gym, and he's literally right there looking at that. I mean, that's exactly where he's supposed to be looking. So
that'll be 2 on Shively. So now three players for Jefferson with 2 fouls. So that's one of the keys of the game that I was talking about. Jefferson has to try to stay out of foul trouble. And when they get in foul trouble, they're deep. Their bench isn't quite as deep. You've got 3 players out. Shelton with the ball. Into the corner there to Santa Maria. Over to Brown. Brown back in the game for the Applemen. Nice little ball move at Wollaston there to number 33, Mahood. There's a jump ball, and that's going to go back over to the Cougars. So Gladney will bring it up.
Looks like they're going to a 1-3-1.
Yeah, they got Wollaston out in the middle with Santa Maria out there on the wing, really trying a little backdoor layup by Wallace. Good ball movement, good look by Vickers, and a nice layup by Demarius Wallace.
Great pass by Ty. Great pass.
Wallace continues to lead the way for the Cougars with 15 points.
Usually in a 1-3-1, those baseline runners are open.
Yeah, Jefferson pulls out to a 9-point lead as Wollaston will get called for a travel. The ball will go back over to the Cougars.
Musselman's just having a hard time finding some offense.
Yeah, they can't afford to turn the ball over against the Cougars because we all know that Cougars can go on a quick run, knock down a couple threes. In 1 minute, you have a 2-point game. The next minute, you're up to 9. Gladney with a nice dish down low to Drake. Looking for something. Kicks it out to Wallace. Wallace thought about a three. He's going to drive instead. Lays it up, and he travels. Think Wallace was looking for a foul. But again, we can't see up here if he took steps or not. The official was right there and made the call. So more pressure by the Cougars. The Applemen turn it over once again. Gladney, nice little scoop and score for Gladney. Give him 4 points now as the Cougars open up an 11-point lead. McLean drives to the basket. Can't get it to go. There's a blocking foul.
It's going to be called on Drake.
So that'll be Takeem's first foul. While I have a moment, I'd like to thank JHS Athletic, would like to thank our 2023-2024 field banner sponsors, Home Helpers of Martinsburg, WVU Medicine, Harlan Shoemaker and Son, Charlestown Moose Lodge 948, HG's Barbecue and Soul Food Catering, Roberts Real Estate Group, Giannis Orthodontics, Parsons Ford, Oak Tree Homes, Ours Lawyer Lewis CPAs, CMAs, Toyota Chevrolet Martinsburg. Special thanks to our Cougar Golf Classic presenting sponsor, Shenandoah Air Conditioning and Heating.
Gavin McLean was able to get 1 of 2 from the line.
So the Cougars up 10 with under a minute to go here in the half. Drake looking to drive, kicks it out to Vickers. So Wallace and Drake, really, I've been impressed with them. You know, Drake's getting minutes off the bench, but he's, giving them solid minutes. And, of course, Wallace, what can we say about him? Drake to the hoop. Can't get it to go. Gets his rebound. Another rebound for Drake, and he's fouled. So you see, Drake is not a tall kid, but he's strong, built well. He's battling in there, using his strength, I think he got 2 or 3 rebounds right there in that one series.
Yeah, and those are just effort plays. I mean, he battled 3 Applemen, 2 Applemen for the rebound, got it back up again, went up strong, got the foul, and was able to knock down the first free throw. I mean, there's just effort plays. They really mean a lot in a game like this. And
again, we talked about earlier with the hustle, effort, defense, that's the kind of stuff that's going to get you on the floor. As Drake makes 1 of 2. They're back up to an 11-point lead there for the Cougars as the Applemen turn it over once again, and the turnovers have really plagued the Applemen here in this second period.
I mean, they've scored 3 points this quarter. And against Jefferson, you score 3 points in a quarter, it's generally not going to end well.
So Caleb Connor back in the game. Jefferson's going to hold for 1 shot as Wallace controls the ball. He's driving. He kicks out to Connor for 3. Doesn't get it to go. 4 seconds left. Appleman looking for a shot. I don't think they're going to get it off. That'll be the half, guys. Jefferson Cougars lead 28-17 over the Appleman. And we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. This is Home Team Sports TV.
Enclosures Unlimited is a family-owned and operated glass company that has been serving the Northern Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. areas since 1962.
From the first call to the day your glass is installed, we promise fast, knowledgeable, and friendly service. We are always happy to answer all your questions and work with you to design a space that is beautiful and functional. When you choose to work with us, we will treat you as family.
We can provide an estimate via email or schedule a free in-home measurement and design consultation. Please contact us to get started on your new shower enclosure or glass project today.
When your life depends on it, you don't cut corners. You go for top quality. But what about when your death depends on it? Same thing. That's why I've arranged my funeral plan with Rosedale. I pay a lump sum now or in installments, and the cost of the services for my plan are fixed forever, no matter how much prices go up. So when the day comes, I know I've helped my family with the cost of the funeral that I've chosen, and everything has been arranged by Rosedale.
Congratulations on your new policies. Thank you. And just basically making sure all of your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards. And if you need me for any reason, just don't hesitate to reach out. You can give me a call or text me anytime, okay?
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Come on down to Big Mike's Grillin', 820 North Mildred Street in Ransom, West Virginia. You can go online or you can call ahead. And we also cater. We offer hot soul food to go. Come see us.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Atkins, broadcast announcer with Home Team Sports TV, sales consultant here at O'Pekin Motors. Make a fast break to 838 East Moeller Avenue in Martinsburg. Come see me for a slam dunk of a deal.
Helping families is my passion. It's what I love to do. Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Gates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us on our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than R&L Landscapes. We understand that your outdoor space is more than just a yard. It's a place where memories are made with loved ones and where you find peace and tranquility. Our team of professionals will work closely with you to bring your vision to life. From expert design and installation to meticulous maintenance, we are committed to delivering breathtaking results that will make your neighbors green with envy. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we guarantee exceptional craftsmanship that will withstand the test of time. Contact R&L Landscapes today and let us turn your dreams into reality.
Smith Native Bush Insurance has served the Eastern Panhandle since 1869, a family-owned business with locations in Martinsburg on South Queen Street and Charlestown on South George Street. We are able to serve all your insurance needs. Being an independent agency, if we can't do it, nobody can. Call us today for affordable insurance.
Here at the barn, we have been making dreams come true since 1972, where we help women feel their most beautiful for any occasion, from pageant, homecoming, and prom gowns to walking down the aisle in the perfect wedding gown alongside their bridesmaid and their family. Stop by to meet your stylist today to find an affordable gown, and we do offer layaway.
Hey, home team sports fans. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We tried to get Patrick Mahomes and Jake here. They're a little bit busy, so you're stuck with Jared from State Farm in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We are thrilled to partner with Home Team Sports to bring you area high school football this fall and to continue to support our area student athletes. Thanks for letting us be a part of this. Your needs guide us. Your goals drive us. Jared Ferguson, State Farm.
And welcome back, guys, to Jefferson High School. And right now, the Jefferson Cougars are up 28-17 over the Applemen. Chris, we just want to go over a little bit to the kind of overview of what we saw in the first half of this game. I thought it was a great game. Both teams were battling for the first quarter and a half. Kind of got a little bit sloppy for Musselman there. Midway towards the latter part of the second period, the Cougars went on a little run, and they're up 11. What was your take in the first half for each team?
I think that's exactly right. I mean, the first quarter it was 14-14. Both teams played well. Defense was well. They moved the ball well. You got scoring from Mr. Wallace from Jefferson that was sort of unexpected. But second quarter, it was like a Jekyll and Hyde for Musselman. They couldn't find the basket. They didn't move the ball hardly at all. They turned it over way too many times. And, you turn the ball over that many times against Jefferson, as fast as they are and as quick as they are and as good as they are in transition, unfortunately, this is going to be the result.
Yeah, and exactly what you said is kind of what I had for Musselman for the keys to the game. Eliminate the turnovers. They didn't do a good job of that in the second quarter, trying to get back in transition, and whether they could handle the press there in the second half. Jefferson really, imposed their will with their pressure and forced a lot of turnovers there, and Jefferson was able to get some easy points off those turnovers.
Well, the good thing is, coming out of half, Musselman's going to have the ball. So we'll see them quickly on offense to see if they can right the ship and get back into this game. They definitely have the personnel. They have the coaching. It's just the execution that they'll need to capitalize on.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go. We're going to go over some quick scoring here updates. Damaris Wallace leads the Cougars with 15. Takeem Drake with 5. Jaden Gladney has 4. Watt Shively and Jared Wilberger each have 2 for the Cougars to round out their scoring. For the Musselman Appleman, Gavin McLean leads the way with 5. Logan Shelton has 4. Colton Shelton, Andon Santa Maria, and Justin Brown with 3. Andon Santa Maria and Colton Shelton each have 2. We're going to have to also keep an eye here in the second half, Chris, on fouls, as Wollaston has 2, and Gavin McLean with 2 for the Applemen, and we have 3 with 2 fouls each for the Cougars, and that would be Caleb Connor, Jared Wilberger, and Wyatt Shively. So that could play a factor here down the road as the game continues. So Musselman has the ball to start the second half. Going to try to feed the big man. Wilson down low, and he's already fouled, as we were just talking about. And if you're Musselman and you're Coach Basile, you're going to go right at those guys right away. And Wilberger picks up his 3rd foul.
And if you think back to the first half, I don't think Troy got a touch in the post at all. And that's such a big part of this offense, just getting him involved, getting him touches. He's so skilled with the ball, but he's also an excellent passer if you want to try to close down and double team.
Yeah, I agree. And, he also got into early foul trouble as well. And so he had to sit for quite a little bit there in the first half as he makes 1 of 2. Gladney driving to the hoop. Tries to do a little backwards layup. The ball will go out of bounds and back over to Musselman. So we kind of see a little bit where Gladney's not quite as comfortable with the ball in his hands, trying to create and facilitate, drive to the hoop, kind of playing that Jamari Jenkins role. He had a couple big games when he still can spot up and knock down threes, but Musselman's making that very difficult with him. They've kind of ran a little boxing one at times on him as well.
And they're picking him up, even if they're playing man-to-man, they're picking him up at half court. So he really has no opportunity. He really has no opportunity to sort of catch in motion, catch in rhythm. Everything, it's going to be challenging for him. But of all the scorers in the area, I put a lot of confidence in him to find the bottom of the net, that's for sure.
Yeah, if he's one guy you want shooting the ball, it'll be Gladney. As Shelton with the 3, can't get it to go. Rebound by Wollaston. That'll be Colton Shelton. Just tries a 3, and he's off the mark as well. The ball go out of bounds and stay here with the Applemen.
JD, 1 minute into this quarter, and you can already see the effort that Musselman is putting into both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Basile really got into their behind at halftime, made some adjustments, and it's already showing here in the first minute of the game, or the second half, as Wollaston lays it up for the Appleman. He's got 3.
See if Jefferson can match that intensity.
Gladney with the ball in the corner. Usually that's where he wants it, but as a spot-up shooter, trying to get something to create a shot. Foul was called there on, I believe, was that Logan Shelton. So each team with a foul here, the first minute and a half of this second half, as Gladney's good on his first. Gladney's a 79% free throw shooter, so he usually knocks these 2 down. And some more full court pressure by the Cougars, as Wollaston will bring the ball up for the Applemen. McLean kicks it out there to Mahood. Mahood's been kind of quiet as well in the first half. And we see Wollaston already getting off to a hot start, as he's got 5 quick points to start the second half.
It's another one of those effort plays. He's missed shot by Mahood. He skies for the rebound, puts it back up. It's effort. Jefferson probably needs to box out a little better. Make sure, you got to put a box out on these bigs underneath.
Yeah, Wilberger definitely has the body to do it. He's just got to position himself in front of Wilberger, make sure he doesn't get that offensive rebound. The Cougars' offense is kind of slowed up as Wallace, little step back pull up, be a foul on the floor. We'll see who that goes on. So that'll be McLean's third. So this will we're really early in the third period. We've already got a player from each team with 3 fouls.
That's a big foul call there.
A near steal there by Shelton. Wilberger with a pull-up on the baseline, doesn't get it to go as Wyatt Shively tries to tip it up, and he's going to be called for his third foul as well. So just not thinking, sometimes you just got to get back and play defense. And you're trying to tip the ball up and trying to battle and grab, and
Yeah, that's when bad things happen. Like I said, you're picking up your third that far away from the basket. It's just hard.
Wilberger better be careful. He's going to pick up his fourth. We have a Hood with the ball here. Guarded tightly there by Roper. Kicks it out. Wollaston with a layup. He jumps over Wilberger. Wilberger looks to be hurt. I believe he might have gotten kicked in the face. It was definitely unintentional. It's a tough call, Chris, as an official there. You got a player down. Well, we got an injury timeout, so we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back after a word from our sponsors. This is Home Team Sports TV.
Sports fans, thank you for tuning in tonight. We tried to get Patrick Mahomes and Jake here. They're a little bit busy, so you're stuck with Jared from State Farm in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We are thrilled to partner with Home Team Sports to bring you area high school football this fall and to continue to support our area student athletes. Thanks for letting us be a part of this. Your needs guide us. Your goals drive us. Jared Ferguson, State Farm.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the...
And we are back, guys, here at the Cougar Cage at Jefferson High School. Little Jared Wilberger, a little shaken up on the last play. Seems to be okay. Good sportsmanship there by Troy Wilson. Goes out, shakes his hand. Just looks like Chrissy might have gotten stepped on, landed on when Williston went in for the layup. Stuff like that kind of happens. Totally incidental.
Yeah, definitely incidental, and like you mentioned, definitely great sportsmanship by Troy. He's such a class act on and off the court.
So Musselman's kind of cut into the lead a little bit. Cougars were up 11. Now they're up 6. So the Applemen have went on just a little bit of a run as Wallace drives down the lane, kicks out to Shively. He can't quite handle the ball. Good defense there by Wollaston on Shively. Wollaston seemed like he's really made the biggest impact so far here in the second half.
Seems like he's locked in, doesn't he?
Wallace with a little drive and a layup behind his head. Kicks it over to Vickers. Vickers can't get a layup to go. Gets his own rebound, though. Wallace trying to drive, loses the ball. And again, sometimes it just starts to get a little sloppy. McLean pulls up for 3. Big, strong rebound by Shelton. Back to McLean. The floater in the lane, no good. So a lot of things going on there. Wallace down. The Vickers looked like he shuffled his feet. No call. Gladney with the rebound. He can't get it to go. So a lot happening here in the last 30 seconds of the game.
It seems like a change in halves where, the second quarter Musselman couldn't do anything right, and the third quarter seems like Jefferson really can't do anything right.
Nobody wants to put the ball in the basket, that's for sure. We've been stuck on 30-24 for a couple minutes, but no longer is Kevin McLean knocks down a three to pull the Appleman within 3 points, 30-27.
He's their shooter, man. I mean, you leave him open, he can knock down some shots.
And he leads the way here for the Appleman with 8 points. There's a nice cut there.
Nice pass.
From Vickers to Wallace.
That's the second beautiful pass by Ty of the game. Good court vision.
So quick timeout by the Cougars, a 30-second timeout, so we're going to stay right here. But, yeah, it was a great pass by Vickers, and that's something that he does well. He's not typically a big scorer. He's more known as a three-point shooter, but when he's not knocking down threes, he's dishing the ball to the open guys. And give Wallace a lot of credit, too, because he's a kid that's constantly moving. You see he's moving with the ball, he's moving without the ball, and I think it's almost more important sometimes to move without the ball, because if you're just standing around, you make it easy for the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Motion is everything in basketball. Motion and spacing.
The Cougars are up 32-27 with 3:08 left to go in the third period. So we've had pretty much the kind of game we thought we would. Close, tight game. Couple runs by each team. Wilson will bring the ball up the floor. Handles the ball fairly well for a big guy as well.
He does. Santa Maria posting up on Shively.
Can't get the layup. I like the look, though, between Wollaston and Santa Maria. Shively loses the ball. These big men aren't afraid to try to handle the basketball. And that's going to be a foul on Roper as Wollaston hits the floor. Well, that'll be only Roper's first foul. But we're up to 3 team fouls on the Cougars here in the third period. Shelton to inbounds to McLean. Santa Maria now with the ball over to Wollaston. Got Santa Maria posting up, but it's stolen away by Shively. So good defense there by Wyatt. Just using his bigger body and his strength. Gladney's going to take his time. Shively trying to set the screen. Kicks it out to Shively for three. He's no good, but Roper with the rebound and one. That's 2 rebounds for Roper, and that's one thing. Roper was my player to watch because the one thing I like about Tayshawn Roper, he doesn't do a lot of scoring, but he does the little things, Chris, rebounding and playing lockdown defense.
That kid is a max effort player. And like you said, he's not going to, score 15 or 20 a game, but he's going to do the little things. He's going to force turnovers. He's going to guard your best player and lock him down the entire night. That kid can flat out play defense.
And he's really stepped up in the absence of Jenkins and Johnson. It's no good. Wyatt, they try to knock it off Wyatt. He tips it back to Gladney. Gladney pushes it up for the Cougars and around Wollaston for the layup. Beautiful move by Jaden Gladney. 2 of his 8 points. The Cougars extend their lead back to 9.
Again, we talked about it earlier. It's that body control. Musselman player sitting there waiting on the contact for a foul, and he just goes right around him for the easy layup.
Well, they got a full timeout, so we're going to take a timeout and go to a commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. This is Home Team Sports TV.
Selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, K-12 Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
And we are back, guys, at Jefferson High School. The Cougars lead the Musselman Appleman 36-27. Minute 38 to left to go in the third period. It seems like when we get a little sloppy, Chris, then Jefferson goes on a little bit of run to pull back the lead to 9. Trying to figure out what's going on. Did somebody just get teed up here?
I think they got a technical foul. Right before we went to commercial break, one of the Musselman players slammed the basketball, and it went about halfway up the.
I think you're right.
I think that's what they got there.
Well, Gladney makes good on the first free throw of the technical, and misses on the second.
Man, that's a big play because Musselman was getting the ball coming out of the timeout there, and now you give it back to Jefferson. So what was a 3-point game is now ballooned back up to 10.
It happens that quick with Jefferson as Wallace looks to pull the three, and he does. And he's off the mark there. Rebounded by Woolison, but fouled. We'll see if it's on Drake or Shively.
I think it's on Drake. No, they got it on Wyatt.
Wow, Wyatt Shively picks up his 4th foul, and we still have 1:24 to go in the third period. As Wilberger looks to be recovered.
That's huge.
And he will come back into the game, but Wilberger's got to be careful because he's sitting with 3 fouls as well. So it doesn't get too much better for the Cougars.
Troy looks like he's a little gimpy getting up the court.
Yeah, he's not, and I don't know if their coach sees that as he goes down on the floor. A layup and the foul, and that will be Wilberger's 4th as well. So the Cougars are really getting themselves deep into foul trouble right now, as they're going to have to go deep into their bench as Ronan Bartosevich comes in the game for the Cougars.
JD, I feel like every time we talk about something that's it happens. You know, we talk about Gladney needs to score, he gets a breakaway layup. We talk about Wilbur can't pick up his 4th foul, he does.
Maybe we need to be quiet about that then.
Just let him play.
Santa Maria with the and 1. So he's giving them great minutes off the bench, as Andon Santa Maria now has 5 points for the Applemen. As soon as the Cougars, you think they're going to pull away and run away with the game, Musselman just creeps back in just a little bit more.
So now we're going to be a little patient on offense. Make Musselman defend a little bit.
48 seconds left to go in the third period. Jefferson's going to try to probably play for, I don't know if they'll be able to play for one shot or not. We'll see. As Gladney pulls it back out, but he's guarded closely there by Logan Shelton. And it looks like a little push there by Shelton. That'll be on the floor, but he's going to shoot 2 because that's 5 team fouls as well.
Yeah, it's like a slippery slope when you're playing defense that high on Gladney. He gets that step on you, and now he's at the foul shot where he's pretty consistent knockdown foul shooter.
Yeah, Gladney now with 10 for the Cougars. And he knocks down both to give him 11. And the Cougars back out to a 9-point lead with 28 seconds left to go in the period. Cougars the Appleman working it down low to Santa Maria. He kicks it to McLean, but McLean loses it. Gladney's going to push for the Cougars. Ty Vickers looks at a 3, decides not to. They're going to play for one shot. Let's see if Gladney can get that shot. He pulls up. Gladney off the front of the rim, no good. And that'll end your third period with the Cougars up 39-30. And we're going to take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. This is HTS TV, and we'll be right back.
Enclosures Unlimited is a family-owned.
And we are back, guys. Starting our fourth period. Cougars are up 39-30. And real quick, I'm going to go back over our JHS athletics sponsors, our field banner sponsors, Home Helpers of Martinsburg, WVU Medicine, Harlan Shoemakers and Son, Charlestown Moose Lodge 948, HG's Barbecue, and Soul Food Catering. And I will come back in just a few minutes with the rest of them. As the Cougars now, looks like they're running some kind of little bit of Russian offense here, changing things up.
And JD, we spoke during the commercial break that as well as Musselman played in that third quarter, they cut it down to 3, but they start the fourth quarter down 9. Like that's a testament to how quickly Jefferson can play and how quickly they can score.
Quickly up the floor to McLean. He can't get it to go, but the 6'6" Santa Maria will tip the ball in. He's got 7 points now for the Applemen. And now they're back within 7. So as long as they can stay within striking distance of the Cougars, I think they will be okay. As Drake banks a 3. Takeem Drake. I guess whatever works.
As soon as that 3 was banked, I looked at Coach Basile and he just threw his hands up.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, there's just sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Exactly. The ball's tipped away there. Good defense by the Cougars. Caleb Connor up with the left, and he's good. That's Caleb Connor's first 2 points of the game, and now the Cougars have opened up a 12-point lead here early in the fourth period.
And again, they're doing it without Shively on the bench, Will Berger on the bench.
As Roper will come back in for Takeem Drake. The ball will go back over to the Cougars. As I like to finish our JHF Athletic Field Banner sponsors, Roberts Real Estate Group, Giannis Orthodontics, Parsons Ford, Oak Tree Homes, Ours Lawyer Lewis's CPAs, CMA's Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, and a special thanks to Cougar Golf Classic, presenting sponsor Shenandoah Air Conditioning and Heating. So all those sponsors, much appreciated. As the rebound goes to the Appleman, down low to Santa Maria, and he is really having a heck of a fourth period here, as he now has 9 points for the Appleman. And the sophomore is really showing them, this is how you play in the low post.
Yeah, it's just such a big advantage. Like getting the ball in the post, he's skilled offensively. He really handles the ball well. I mean, he's very skilled. Get him the ball in the post and let him go to work.
Yeah, the Appleman kind of couldn't get in a rhythm of doing that with Wollaston on the bench. Santa Maria gave him a lot of good minutes in the first half as well. But they really weren't feeding him in the post.
And that's what foul trouble does. It doesn't allow you to get into the flow of the game. And we all know basketball is about flow.
Wallace drives hard to the hoop. A little up and under the rim. No good. Wallace gets it. Roper gets it. He puts it up 2 of his 4 points. Cougars back out to a 12-point lead. Santa Maria down the lane. He lays it up, and there they break that press. So we're kind of back and forth here now. Each team trading baskets. The Musselman sticking it with this man-to-man defense. Justin Brown trying to check Gladney, and that'll be a foul on Brown. That'll be Brown's first foul.
Wyatt Shively's checking back in along with Takeem Drake. Give Wallace a little bit of a breather.
Inbound there to So a little four corners here for the Cougars, it looks like. Kind of just wanting to spread the Appleman out and let Gladney go one-on-one with Brown. Gladney drives down the lane, dishes it off. And Connor can't quite handle the pass from Gladney. So that's a turnover for the Cougars. Colton Shelton handles the ball now for the Appleman. And we're going to get a foul on the floor. I guess that's looks like that's going to go on Caleb Connor.
Yeah.
That'll be Caleb's third foul as well.
It's hard fighting through those screens.
Oh, no, they're saying it's his fourth foul. So 3 Cougars now with 4 fouls. Not the situation you want to be in if you're Coach Lewis. Shelton can't quite get it to go, but another foul. Well, that'll go over on the Appleman.
Looks like Matt Mahood.
So I think that's Mahood's first foul. Second, no, that's his second foul. So the fouls are starting to mount up a little bit now here for each team. Wow, Gladney inbounds. Was able to avoid Shelton all the way to the hoop. Goes Jaden Gladney.
He did a good job using his body as a shield while he went up for that layup. As Santa Maria 6'6", trying to jump up and block it.
So Gladney now with 13 for the Cougars. A near steal there by Gladney. A backdoor by Justin Brown. Nice give and go there. They had Santa Maria cutting to the basket. He couldn't quite handle the pass. As Gladney comes down the floor and pulls up, knocks it down. Jaden Gladney. They call him Green Light Gladney. Cougars up by 14 now with 3:35 to go in the ball game. And just another miscommunication there on the Appleman. A bad pass by Shelton goes out of bounds.
We got a silly technical foul on Gladney for taunting.
Yeah, you're up 14, 3:30 to go. That's the last thing that you want if you're Coach Lewis is a stupid technical foul. You know, you're a senior. You just got to be smarter than that. It cost your team points, potential points. McLean knocks down the first.
And you cost him a possession, too, because Musselman's going to have the ball back.
You're right. So McLean's good on 2 of his technicals. Musselman will retain possession. So Mahood will inbound for the Appleman. McLean down low to Santa Maria. He goes up for an easy layup. And a quick timeout by Coach Basile.
So Jefferson went from having the ball to giving Musselman a 4-point possession.
So we're got a full timeout, and we're going to take another timeout as well and hear a word from our sponsors. This is Home Team Sports TV.
That has been serving the Northern Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. areas since 1962.
From the first call to the day your glass is installed, we promise fast, knowledgeable, and friendly service. We are always happy to answer all your questions and work with you to design a space that is beautiful and functional. When you choose to work with us, we will treat you as family.
We can provide an estimate via email or schedule a free in-home measurement and design consultation. Please contact us to get started on your new shower enclosure or glass project today.
And we are back out of the timeout. The Cougars control the lead 50-40 over the Appleman with 3:25 left to go in the game. A little full court pressure here now by the Appleman. Cougars trying to get it up the floor. They better get it over. Wallace gets it over to Roper. But a lot of pressure now by the Applemen. They're down 10, so they've got to start creating some turnovers here on the defensive end. A lot of pressure there by Logan Shelton on Gladney. Jefferson looks content to run a little bit of clock as they go kind of like, 5 out, is that what they call it?
Yeah, just a simple weave up top, trying to create space. Getting rid of that 5-second count.
A little trap there by the Applemen. Shively looking for somebody to pass to. Kicks it back out to the top there to Wallace. Wallace going to drive, loses the handle. Little floater in the lane. He gets it to go. And a quick timeout by Coach Lewis. So it looked like the crowd, the Appleman crowd, wanted to travel on Wallace. But instead he gets a floater in the lane.
Yeah, I don't think he ever had possession while he was, they call that like an interrupted dribble. He's dribbling, then he loses possession, then he regathers. It's great no call.
I want to go over our field banner sponsors again real quick while I have a chance. Home Helpers of Martinsburg, WVU Medicine, Harlan J. Shoemaker and Son, Charlestown Moose Lodge 948, HG's Barbecue and Soul Food Catering, Roberts Real Estate Group, Giannis Orthodontics, Parsons Ford, Oak Tree Homes, Ours, Lawyer Lewis and CPAs, CMA's Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, and a special thanks to our Cougar Golf Classic presenting sponsor, Shenandoah Air Conditioning and Heating. So the Cougars are up 52-40 now. So the time is starting to be the essence for the Applemen. They've really got to get some stops on defense and start hitting some buckets on offense if they want to cut into this Jefferson lead.
Yeah, it's hard because that's generally not Musselman's style. They like to, pass the ball around, get the cutters going, get into their motion offense. Generally not a big three-point shooting team. So, situations like this, it's tough.
So Musselman just does get it over the line as McLean misses on a shot. Rebounded there by Wallace. He pushes it up the floor. There to Gladney. Gladney will glide in for the easy 2 points. Give Jaden Gladney 17 now for the Cougars. And a lot of their scoring is coming from Gladney and Wallace. As Wallace now also has 19. The Cougars pull back out to a 14-point lead as McLean hits a three for the Applemen and a quick timeout by Coach Basile. So McLean now, he's got 13 along with Santa Maria, so they're the two top scorers for the Applemen.
Like I said, time's running short. They got to step up on the defensive end, but Jefferson's just, they're willing to play that weave game out top. You got to try to close out and trap up top when they do that little switch. But it's definitely an uphill battle from here.
Yeah, they're going to definitely run some time at this point, being up 11. And, some of those threes might be too little too late for the Applemen. But we'll see with 1:40 to go.
Well, one thing you will say, Musselman will never give up, not until the final whistle. This team plays hard from start to finish. Coach Basile will have it no other way.
And I think having Wollaston out, he looks like he's still gimpy over on the sideline. That definitely didn't help. As Gladney dished it off to Shively, and he missed the layup. And he's not happy with himself there on that one, as Gladney gave him a nice little dime, and he couldn't quite control it for the layup. But the ball stayed with the Cougars. So a little offense, defense for the Applemen as Mahood and Santa Maria back in the game. And Jefferson's going to just dribble around and pass it. Like you said, we're going to try to run some time. Nearly thrown it away. Shively's trapped in the corner, but they foul Wyatt Shively. So that'll be 4 fouls. So one more foul, and this is where if you're trying to play catch up, the old rule when you foul, you try to have them missing the front end of the 1-and-1. Well, now you get 2 shots.
Right.
So there's a little bit of thought process there. Do we commit the foul and he gets 2 shots now, or do we just try to play good defense?
And it's hard because now you got foul shooters like Jaden Gladney, and I know the Vickers kid can shoot foul shots really well. Like, who do you foul?
Exactly.
I mean, it's just tough.
Wallace is kicked away there by Logan Shelton. So 1:05 left to go. Jefferson up 54-43 over the Applemen. Vickers to inbound. Gladney guarded by Logan Shelton. Another ball knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cougars, so we're at 55 seconds. Inbound to Gladney. He's fouled. So Gladney will go to the line and shoot 2 now. With the new rule with 5 fouls on the Applemen, 5 team fouls.
And this is where it just comes down to being a time problem now. He makes both of these, and you're down 13.
Gladney misses. Don't see that too much from Jaden Gladney. But like you said, Chris, that the Cougars will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way here with 53 seconds left to go. And it's, if you're Coach Basile, do you continue to foul when you're down, 11? And surprisingly, Gladney misses both free throws there. So still a chance for Musselman, but they're going to have to go quickly. McLean can't get the 3 to go. Kicks it out to number 14. Wade Bartles. He misses, but the layup is good by Mahood, and a quick timeout by Basile. So that'll be a full timeout. We'll still stay here. So the Cougars up 9 over the Applemen as they're going to play this quick, score a bucket, call a timeout. To kind of try to extend the game as long as possible, hoping that the Cougars will miss free throws like Gladney did the last time. I wouldn't think that would happen too many times for Gladney, but
that's the right coaching move. You got to extend the game as long as possible. You got to get as many possessions as possible. So obviously, if they're going to play, they're probably going to trap coming out of this timeout. Jefferson has 6 players on the floor. That can't happen.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, Shively's off.
So they're going to try to trap and get a steal here on the inbound, and if not, they'll.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looked like the Cougars are trying to get a run out there with Roper. Vickers has the ball, throws it up to Wallace. They kind of get it over, and Drake nearly turns it over, but I think it was Shelton, one of the Sheltons, stepped on the line over there. So Cougars will still maintain possession with 25 seconds to go.
You can still see how Musselman just flies all over the basket, and all over the court.
Gladney,
never giving up.
Gladney's up and good on a layup off the inbounds. McLean with a deep 3 off the front of the rim, rebounded by Roper. And that'll probably just about do it.
That'll do it. Great game by both teams, though. I mean, they both had adversity through the game at some point. They battled through. Musselman just came up a little short this time.
And that'll do it, guys, here from Jefferson High School as the Cougars take the win over the Musselman Applemen 56-45. And we will be right back after a word from our sponsors with our player of the game, Demarius Wallace. This is Home Team Sports TV. Wallace, Demarius Wallace.
Enclosures Unlimited is a family-owned and operated glass company that has been serving the Northern Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. areas since 1962.
From the first call to the day your glass is installed, we promise fast, knowledgeable, and friendly service. We are always happy to answer all your questions and work with you to design a space that is beautiful and functional. When you choose to work with us, we will treat you as family.
We can provide an estimate via email or schedule a free in-home measurement and design consultation. Please contact us to get started.
Hey, welcome back to Jefferson High School. We're here with the Home Team Sports Player of the Game, Demarius Wallace. Great game, young man.
Thank you.
Like I told
Appreciate
you during
it.
the break, I'm used to officiating you, not necessarily paying attention to your game as a whole.
Yes, sir.
Me and JD were talking with Mari and Kylan out. You know, you had to step up in a different role.
Yes, sir.
And it's good to see you step up in a different role. What do you think coaching has changed and you being more aggressive and things like that?
I think it's just the energy and work ethic. We all work hard at practice. Whoever works just gets the play time. And the bench, they help too. All the help they do, the celebrating everything they do, the support. Yeah, it's just, I love it.
Yeah, it's great. And even when Mari and Kylan come back, we really see your role, you know, growing as a player.
Yes,
what's that going to be like, the change of those two players coming back? And then your role is definitely going to change, but I think it's going to change for the better.
I think the team's going to be even stronger because without them, we're still strong because they still support us, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when they come back, I feel like our season's going to be even better than it is. We're just going to do what we have to do to win.
Absolutely. I can't wait to get out there and officiate you guys again because it's
Yes,
always fun. I always get my steps in when I referee
sir.
Jefferson because I know I'm up and down the court. One final question. What is your role? How has your role evolved from when you started? You went to Wildwood?
Yes, sir.
From you went to Wildwood to where you are now at Jefferson?
There's a lot of role playing at Jefferson, so everybody has stuff they need to work on and they need to do. So I feel like I need to work on stuff too, a lot of things. But I do a lot of things good. I do some things bad. Everybody does. But, yeah, we all learn from mistakes. That's what we need to do.
Absolutely. And hey, listen, I'm proud of you. Continue to grow as a basketball player, and I'd love to see you out there on the court further, man.
Appreciate
Great
y'all.
job. Great job.
Thank you.
Harry. All right, guys, that's going to do it here from Jefferson High School. This is JD Fritz. Well, I'd like to thank my special guest co-host Chris Anders for joining us tonight. We got Harry on camera tonight. He normally is the producer. Got him on the cam. Shalinka, she producer. Tim with us tonight. I'd like to thank everybody, and we're going to be back here Friday night. Jefferson hosts Washington High School. So again, this is Home Team Sports TV. I'm JD Fritz. You all have a good night, and we'll see you next time.